Break the huddle, football fans, because it's time for another preseason of Gridiron Glory. I'm your host, Nathan Takitch, with Kelsey Hoak, West Virginia reporter in the wild and wonderful state, ready to break down the preseason in West Virginia for 2014. This season is going to be really interesting for Gridiron Glory. Some changes to the field for West Virginia. Talk a little bit about how things are changing up in 2014.
Well, we were fortunate enough to add Point Pleasant, the Big Blacks, to our coverage area. This team has a really strong stance. Coach David Darst has been with them for about 8 years now, and since 2008 they've made it to the playoffs every year, and they are strong contenders again this season with returners Cody Mitchell, one of their good running backs, who is looking at a couple offers from different schools, and also a three-time starter, Aiden Yates, at quarterback.
Point Pleasant certainly wouldn't be a surprise to make the playoffs in 2014. Another team that'll be an interesting playoff contender this year, Williamstown. They made it last year. They've been kind of a regular in the playoffs, but they lose one of their best players coming into this year.
You know, they will have to rebuild their offense coming into this season, but they have been making it to the playoffs. They are a single A team in West Virginia. They're a little bit smaller, but they're good playoff contenders, and we expect to see them return this season.
They should have a great season, even without the help of Jake Tracewell in 2014. Now, we move on to the Parkersburg South and Parkersburg, both with losing seasons last year. Kind of a down year for the Parkersburg area. But this year, the expectations are a notch higher.
It was a rough season last year for both teams, but Coach Mike Eddy at Parkersburg South, he is back again for his second year, hoping to build a little bit more of a repertoire with each team and hopefully to see this season go 500.
And then with Parkersburg, you know, is the goal for them to get over 500 at this point?
Coach Reeves is back again, and hopefully with some different players this season, some graduated ones last year and some kids getting older with more experience, they hope to go 500.
All right, so it should be a really exciting season ahead. But now it's prediction time. Kelsey, I need a number from you. Out of these four teams, how many do you think are going to make the playoffs this year?
Nathan, you always want to put us on the spot early in the season, but I'm thinking definitely two, and those would include Williamstown and Point Pleasant. They've been playoff contenders for years in the past, and we expect it again this season. Now, with the Parkersburg teams, Parkersburg is looking at a good chance at making the playoffs. Parkersburg South, though, could sneak in, so, you know, it could be all four, could just be two.
It'll be interesting to see for sure. Tough schedule for Parkersburg, but, you know, certainly with these West Virginia teams, they're always very talented. We'll like their chances, and we'll like the work you do. Kelsey, thanks a lot. Gridiron fans, be sure to check us out on the web all preseason long at WOUB.org/gridiron, where you can find even more preseason coverage, videos like this, written recaps, and so much more. Be sure to check us out on social media as well. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Gridiron Glory, as well as on Instagram at WOUB Sports. You can even follow me, your host, at GGHost_Nathan on Twitter. Be sure to use the hashtag GridGlory to join the conversation. Until the season starts, though, I'm Nathan Takitch with Kelsey Hoak, reminding you there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory.